Hello, welcome back to Couch, the best place to chill with friends and get your game winners each and every Monday. My name's Dylan Blunt. Joining me to Couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Dylan, excited to be here. Talk about.
Also here, Ciaran Marchant.
Really just cutting him off there. Just really cutting him off there.
I needed to be cut off. It's fine.
He needed to be cut. He knows that.
What horrendous shit.
I was helping him, really.
Was it either horrendous or he was buying time to think of something to say?
Option number 2.
Option number 2? Yeah, okay. Yeah, classic.
What was the closest thought you had?
We're here to talk about getting lost.
Yeah, very good. Let's lead straight into that. So we've been playing Big Walk, not the Big Walk, Big Walk. Haven't quite finished it at the time of recording, but we've been playing it. I'll say currently my one big negative of this game, and the thing that some people struggle with, is you got to coordinate getting having time and getting everyone together to play the said game. Other than that, I want to start with you, Ciaran.
Wait, do you want to explain to people what Big Walk is?
No, I want Ciaran to explain what it is.
Okay.
Big Walk is a co-op puzzle adventure game brought to you by the creators behind Untitled Goose game House, that is launching very shortly in August, where up to 8 players can get together and go on a very quirky little adventure where you are kind of released out into the wild of this small little island. I wouldn't say small, it's quite big. This quite large island where you have to solve a variety of puzzles to try and collect these like little weirdly shaped little ball things to
like
pop into.
They look like
I've been calling them bulbs. So
Bulbs, whatever we want to do. It's something they're weird to unlock different areas and to continue opening up the map until you go to something to do at the end that's kind of scary that we tried to get to and was very horrifying.
We believe we're
we're really not. We kind of jumped to the end game. I think there's a fair bit to do before we properly get there. But no, it is this quirky puzzle game where everything is done via local voice that only works via kind of the imminent surroundings of you, walkie-talkies and various different gadgets and items. Puzzles can vary from kind of having to communicate through different kind of blockades or obstacles of which buttons to press, or working out via long distances of like how to press a button at the same time. Or it could just be you waiting around for one individual who continually gets lost and having to either two-man every puzzle or wait for that person to eventually find his way to you. What do you have to say to yourself, Ashley
Hobley? Listen, this game is set in like an equivalent of the Australian bush, and people get lost in the bush all the time. Like pretty regularly.
Sorry. Yep. People, yep. But in this instance, Ashley gets lost all the time.
Yes. So, I don't know what else is. I will say this game has a day-night system, and when it gets dark, when it gets to night, it is almost pitch black. And it is really easy to get caught behind a tree and realize you're not moving forward anymore. And then some people just walk away without realizing you're still left behind, oblivious. Here are my top 3 tips to not get lost.
No. These tips are pointless. So do not fucking listen to this. Go on.
I reckon make sure you have at the start of the game you have the option to pick the color of your characters, right? Pick bright colors. Don't make them take eye.
Is that right? Is that right? Ashley Hobley?
Me being green was a mistake because you guys just didn't notice me in the foliage.
That is a bull. That is the worst.
And I was.
You made one part of me pink. You made the rest of me the lamest, like most bland yellow in the world.
Yeah.
Like,
so keep talking. Obviously, I during these games, I wouldn't be talking very much. So then you guys just didn't notice I was there because your shit goes quiet like usual. That kind of thing. So communication is key. And then number 3. Oh, that's what it was. don't think that the footsteps that you hear in your headphones are the other people walking ahead of you. Those are your footsteps. Not helpful.
I think actually what Dylan and me learned the last time we played the game was that it's like in other single player games where you have to do kind of escort quests, where if you don't turn around and look at the NPC every kind of 10 steps, it's going to walk off and do some dumb shit. That was Ashley. We would walk ahead and then we'd wait and turn around and we'd like try and work out where he'd gone and then either have to corral him back to us or wait for him to catch up.
I truly believe there was a moment where you guys must have like teleported like across the map, because I was like
There's no
following
teleporting
behind
in the game.
you, got stuck on a rock, and yet you got to the tower and I had to like walk for another 10 minutes to get to the tower.
The testament to this game is two things to me. It is both an actual game in which there are puzzles to solve and you have to work them out and work together and put your head together to solve some of them. Some of them you may overthink and spend a ridiculous amount of time before you realize you fucked up, which is its own funny little thing. And then the other half of the game is the fact that it's just a game where people can just walk around and do silly shit in, and it's sort of mushed together. Now, the biggest example and testament to the second part is the part where we lost Ash for the upteenth time. And me and Ciaran had climbed to this really high point of this tower sort of thing. And we're both sitting there. We figured out you can press a button, have your legs dangle over the edge, and that was sort of fun. I think we're just sitting there talking about non-actual game. They're just sitting there talking about something. I don't know what. Now,
As we were like,
off in the distance to a beach or something far off distance, we see Ash like roaming up and down. You can see his character going around. And because of the way the audio works in this game, which is one of my favorite things, is just the audio design and how it works. Of like, you know, you'll hear people more clear if they're facing towards you, the closer they are, all these things, the way the walkie-talkies, all that. That's the whole thing. The audio design is very, very, very unique and good. And I've already seen sometimes you can yell out, and like if you're in a canyon or something, it'll echo and this thing. So I don't know if Ash can hear us from here, so I'm just yelling, get nothing. I'm like, he can't fucking hear us. There, I'm watching him wandering around the beach. He's going down there. He's like getting sort of closer, but not closer at the same time, as he sort of zigzags his way across the world. And we're just sitting there watching him. And then amongst all this, at some point,
no, before this. So we see Ashley start coming towards us at one point, and then all of a sudden, like the most ADHD riddled kid in the world, he finds a ball and a basketball hoop, and all of a sudden picks up the ball and starts throwing it into the basketball hoop.
Yeah, and we're sitting there going, "What the fuck is he doing?"
If I'm lost, I might as well get one of the bulbs on here. You know?
Yeah. So trying to decide, and then so I'd figured out you could hang your legs and dangle it over, and then at some point Ciaran was like, and this is one of my favorite things that's happened in the game so far, is at some point Kieran's like, I'll work out how to do it. I'll do this. I'm like, yeah, sort of just gotta creep forward so your feet are like sort of really close to the edge, and you have to press the button to do it or whatever. And then he keeps like pushing forward, and right as the words in my mouth come out, I'm trying to say the sentence, "Be careful, you'll fall." I think I get as far as "be careful" before he begins just falling all the way down. And again, because of how good the audio is, all I hear is him going, "Oh shit!" And I'm up there losing it laughing just because in midst of the fact that he fucked it up, but also just the audio of "oh shit."
and people, right? Do not think, if you've got a friend like Ashley Hoppy, do not think that simply having Ash around you is enough to contain the chaos, to maintain the group. Because at one point in the game, to help you traverse the island, you unlock a chairlift. You unlock a nice chairlift, and you get to sit on the chairlift and go for a nice, happy little ride. We go for a little ride. We find the next spot we can stop at. We jump off. Ashley then, after the chairs descend and keep going as they do, because chairlifts don't stop, Ashley goes, "I left the other walkie-talkie on the chairlift."
Yeah.
And there's only the two walkie-talkies.
Not the whole game, but
It's because it's also
could have just waited for the chairlift to come back around.
I think it's just the funnier thing of again because like in a different version of this game where we're all sitting in the Discord chat and he says it but he's not close to us or whatever, it's not as funny as actually having the character model run up to you and me standing there and just be like, you're like, tell him what you done, Dylan. I'm like, and I turn my character around so I can hear you better, and then just the fucking noses do this. His walk is like, I left the walkie-talkie on the chair, but it's just like having the character model run up. It's like it makes it so much funnier that you actually have to be in proximity of each other and and stuff to work it all out.
I do wish. I think what would be so much better, and I think it's the case for these games in a whole, is that you will have, when you play this game, audience, you will have the community of people experiencing the game as well with you, and people who have laid the path ahead of you that have played the game as well. Because us going in blind, and this makes sense for one particular puzzle that really was the only puzzle we did for an entire game session.
Yeah, that really put us behind.
We did, and that was like a good hour and a half. Yeah. Hour and a half, maybe it felt like, of this one game session. And because we can't look it up, there was nobody we could look it up on the internet to work out. We just sat there gaslighting ourselves over what it could be, the solution being like, maybe the developers have just left one of these out. Maybe there is one less. And then for somehow we found the thing we were supposed to find right next to us where we'd been the entire fucking time.
Yes, we looked at everything except like right near us, which is.
I really wish I had been recording that because I remember just like grabbing it and then just screaming or something. I don't know, but I was so annoyed.
Also, I know we noticed like, because obviously there were three of us, like there were some puzzles that had been designed to change depending on how many people were actually in the lobby and that kind of thing. I wonder if it noticed that we were taking so long on that puzzle and it was like, initially that you had them in a certain design.
I don't think so. I think it was just gonna
let them like stick all the
I just think you just had to collect them all. I just think you had to collect them all. I don't think that was I think you just had to collect them all. I think with the 8 players, I think you divide into 2 teams of 4, or you like
that would be the smart thing to do.
Would be divide, but also I think it'd be very funny with 8 people to see people just randomly getting lost and running into other people and like
into other groups and then
into other groups and tagging along and just various bits and pieces that or it's so funny. There's even the teamwork even comes down to you get little like backpacks to carry stuff with, but you yourself can't do anything with the thing on your bag. Somebody else has to grab it up.
What's on your backpack.
So if somebody else, how unhelpfully, without telling you, puts the walkie-talkie on your back, and then you get lost, and then other people are trying to talk to you, you can't respond.
Yeah.
You can't answer back until you find that person or somebody else to take it off your back and hand it to you.
Yeah. I could see how that would be frustrating.
There are definitely some small decisions like that are done to let people
to make things a little bit more difficult.
100%. But it's fun. Like I think the game is full of. I'm excited just to see people explore it, find different ways to complete some of them. I think we definitely had some task completions that we completed in a backwards way.
Guess a number and then
100%. There was one that was like, we don't know. It was the most complex. Fucking complex.
Still have no idea what you're
Still have no idea. Like this thing will look like and I literally plugged in a number and pressed the button and it was the right one. And I was like,
because when you complete a puzzle, like streamers go off everything. It's like
streamers go off.
Done it. He just puts in a random number. It's like pew. I was like, how'd you work that out? It's like, I just fucking guessed.
Like, I was like
between 1 and 99 or whatever the options.
Yeah, whatever the range was. I just took a stab at it because
the answer was 44.
Yeah, the answer was 44, but I was like, I'm just going to take a stab at this one and hope for the best. But yeah, I think it is a fantastic game. I'm looking forward to people streaming the game. I do think it's interesting. Maybe not a worry, but I think the game doesn't benefit itself from kind of short form play sessions for people. So I don't think
no, it's made for longer play sessions.
It's made for longer play sessions. So I'm interested to see how content creators and people online get into it and play it, because I think some people find it very hard, because I think that's the way this game is going to explode, is getting it into the hands of people to show off the game and to have funny clips and to put it out there to make content with it.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna to answer that, to tie it in here. PlayStation Plus games for August: Dying Light 2, Signalis, however you say it, and Big Walk. So if you have a PlayStation, Big Walk, it's on there. So I do think that's going to help form a pretty.
Yeah, you just need a group of friends.
You just need a group of friends to play it with, or at least one friend. I mean, you can play it in co-op. I do think that playing it with just 2 people is, based on what we've played, not ideal. I think the way we're playing it with 3 people is probably the minimum, and I'd say more than 3 is probably ideal. To be honest, I think the game's been designed for 4+.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, how would 2 people have done that? Like, we did a puzzle with like 2 soundproof rooms, like above each other, where we had to signal to each other. How would you have been able to do that with only 2?
I don't know. It might it has to.
Maybe it slightly changes.
Yeah, they might slightly change it. I mean, there's been some puzzles where it's very obvious what would change if he was playing with different player counts, but then we don't know what would change if he was only playing with 2 for the ones like that. Because that puzzle seemed like it would only work with a minimum of 3.
Yeah.
Because we're playing as 3. Yeah. So that's. But yeah, I definitely think it's. I'd be shocked if this isn't well loved by everyone, just because of how it's got a very good mix of silly, unique factors paired with well-designed puzzles.
Also, it has some like very weird, profound kind of moments of almost serenity, of you finding a section in the world where like there's these like areas that are set up with like music playing throughout them. There was one you find directly after kind of the first area you're playing through, where we all kind of just fucked around and walked around it and explored it and sat in different areas on it. And I think it was like a weird, serene kind of moment in the game that I found very, very nice.
They don't want you to rush the game.
No.
Really. Yeah. They're like, just come fuck around here and have a dance party for a bit.
Even then, other than like there's shortcuts around the world that you can open up and things you can do to make the world easier for you to navigate. But nothing is, other than maybe that first tutorial area, nothing is really shut off. Like you could just go on a big walk and find yourself the other side of the island if you so wished and you didn't feel like trying anything along the way.
That's true.
Is it, Ash? Is it true?
Is it? Yeah.
Let's go for a one day.
You can go for a big walk by yourself. Definitely on purpose.
Also, the sound that your characters make when you fall from a decently high, when you hit the ground, fucking hilarious. Yep. Especially when there's all 3 of you jumping off a tower at once, and it's like
one person
for
does
the first
it
time after holding something, and then the thing you're holding just goes flying into the forest. Never to be
Yes.
I mean, my only concern is that people will not use the in-game chat, and will.
There is a text thing.
But you're saying, but use Discord.
Use Discord or use PlayStation chat room and that kind of stuff. Which I think takes away some of the fun.
It will 110% take away the fun, and it's even something I remember saying to Ciaran when we lost you and we were sitting up there watching you wander around the map, Oblivious. And I think I said to Ciaran, I'm like, it's so tempting just to message him directly and like send him a text and say like, hey, we're up here, but I don't want to ruin the immersion or something like that. So I think if you do use proper chat rooms or texting each other or what have you, I mean, you're only ruining it for yourself at the end of the day. I mean, you can play the game however you want, but I'll say the game's a lot more fun playing it the way it's obviously meant to be played and intended. And it turns into like an odd little role-playing experience nearly, like where you have all these tools around you, technology ways to reach out to each other when they're lost. But if you refuse, then you can just get really angry at the person who keeps getting lost.
There is, Ash. Yeah, when somebody's, I think there was a moment early in the game when one of the first times Ash got lost, Dylan and me said it's pointless him having a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, because we just separating. It's up on the hill and was like, did you find shit? It's like, no, I'm just up here. You want to come find us? Nope. Whatever. So,
Or you'd be like, hey, you coming? You'd be like, yeah, I'm coming. Or where are you currently? Oh, I'm up on the red tower. Oh, okay, we're up here. Okay, I'll come to you.
I think
Couple
at
of
that
minutes-
point I had not realized that you needed to push the button on the radio to send a signal. So
But-
that might have been the issue. And
But also, no. But in that instance, we'd wait 5 minutes, and then we're like, hey, Ashley, where are you? Oh, I'm back up in the red tower. Why?
I was like, what's he been doing?
wait, that's where you need to put all the bulbs.
Oh, yes.
There
There
wasn't
wasn't
one-
to grab all the bulbs for you.
There was at one point where Ash got lost and then found Dylan and me, and we had like 3 of these bulbs between us
Yeah.
already.
Like, here, we've done all the work. Here, carry something.
Here's all these bulbs. Here's a backpack. Put this on.
Yeah, that's 100% what happened. It was,
Yeah.
hey, we got a backpack for you. Like, do
Yeah.
this bit. Like,
So-
fuck yeah, no.
What would you say are the best items for people to carry in the game?
Honestly, I feel
Sure.
like we've the getting lost thing. I don't want to devalue the having some sort of light source in your party. I mean, the problem with playing with 3 people, I think, is also that you want to have so many other things. But if you're playing with a bigger group of people, there's no reason. I think if you have 4 people, that one person shouldn't have a torch.
Also,
for sure.
actually, handy tip: there is there are balls like they almost look like bouncy balls everywhere. You can turn those
turn those
into
on.
light sources. So when you walk past one, grab it and turn it into a light source, because then it's either easy for you to be like, oh, I've been over there already during the nighttime. It makes it a lot easier just to see where you're going.
I mean, number 1, I'd say walkie-talkie. Best item in the game, especially if you get separated. Or there are puzzles where you need to be at different things and
Places, yeah.
like one or multiple people need to separate and use. I found the X-ray gun thing or whatever that marks objects of
Yeah,
interest,
the
puts
scanner,
X on
yeah.
them, scanner thing. I think that one's really good as well.
Except for the puzzle that we're trying to do.
Except the puzzle we were trying to do did not help there, but
Despite it, maybe because we weren't pointing it the right way.
we
But
were pointing the right way. Yes. And then honestly, I don't know what I'd pick for the third best one. Like, actually useful. I mean, we found a flare gun that we found very fun. The megaphone's very fun. But are any of these things actually useful? I don't know.
The
So
megaphone was hilarious. I enjoyed the megaphone.
So I'm gonna go walkie-talkie, X-ray gun thing, and then just a flashlight.
yeah,
I think
that's
it is.
probably.
All right, we'll talk more about it once we've actually finished it, and of course, look for the full review on explosionnetwork.com.
We could probably
let's-
like stream it next time or something. That'd be nice.
I know a way to
Maybe.
set up and stream it.
We can just record some session and put it on.
I really wish I was recording when so many moments so far. Let's talk about one sort of thing we talked about before. So everything from Final Fantasy's Fan Festival event in Berlin. I'm gonna get Ciaran's thoughts on if he's excited to come back to the world of the MMO that you can play for free up to level 70.
Is it like the best deal in gaming, or
The best deal
The
in gaming.
greatest deal in gaming. It's
Greatest
the
deal in
greatest
gaming.
deal in gaming.
So I'm just going to read through the core sort of announcements here, and then loop back to you, Ciaran, to expand on these and give me your thoughts on them or what the general reaction is by people that you've seen. So the main thing was the Evercold expansion was announced. There was a collector's bundle with that, but the main thing of this expansion is that it is adding a new job class, the Bastion job, which is a tank class that fights with 2 great shields, which they are called Skultborg. They also announced a Final Fantasy VII Remake crossovers coming. Evangelion Raid is coming, and there's a Nintendo Switch 2 release coming, which is blah. And then a bunch of other smaller things, including expanded character creator, Chocobo Companion overhaul, and they're adding a Final Fantasy VII minigame to the Golden Saucer. And then before all of this, patch 7.55 was announced also, that's adding a bunch of shit as well. What are your thoughts? And are you excited to come back for the big new Evercold expansion?
Dylan, I'm already back.
Of course you are. Why am I shocked?
So June 24th, 2026 is the day that I resubscribed to Final Fantasy XIV. I looked at my playtime today. Since then, I have played 6 days and 12 hours worth.
I don't know if the math works on that. That's what's it come down to per on average?
No. The math works out.
What was it again?
What one-
6 days and 12 hours.
in like 30 days,
Yeah.
basically.
156 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Divided
Yeah.
by 31.
Yeah.
with-
5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
So I was loaded back into it anyway. So I restarted a new character and been playing through a game again. Because I never played the last expansion. I never played Dawn Trail. So it worked out to be a good time. I love the game just as much as I did a couple of years ago when I played it nonstop. It is, it's a lot of fun. Like, it's good to be back. I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to. I've got like one more expansion to go through until I get to Dawn Trail, so I'm looking forward to that kind of new content. Still my favorite Final Fantasy XIV story, like Final Fantasy story in general, out of all of the Final Fantasy games. I think it's the best out of all of them, in my personal opinion. So yeah, it was interesting to get it. You've missed one important thing that was announced.
Sure, I did, because
they
looking through the press release, I'm sure I did miss something that was important.
Yoshi P, the producer of the game, announced that they're going to add a butt slider, so you can change the size of your character's butt.
Shocking how I missed that.
Yeah, I don't know
Probably
how you
wasn't
missed
in the
that.
press
How was
release.
that not front and center in the press
Exactly
release?
right. How was that not the most important part? No, it seems really interesting. I think
The butt slider.
the butt slider is damn, 100%. No, I think this game goes from strength to strength. It's still got a very strong fan base. It's very interesting that like a lot of the stuff they brought in when Australia's servers launched are kind of now being spread out throughout worldwide with cross-server parties and everything, and cross database parties being done now. So that'll be very good for the game. I think it is a very healthy ecosystem. The community itself is wonderful in terms of just helping people and just helping new players come in and just having a good time. Evercold looks like it's going to be really interesting. The story sets up traveling to a whole different kind of world, which they've set up in the lore already. So that'll be fun to explore. It should be a lot of fun. It should be great. Evercold, I'm hoping is a good expansion. I'm looking forward to it coming to PAX. I think there's a good portion of the studio is actually coming to PAX this year for it. So that's going to be really exciting. So hopefully there's some more things announced. I don't know if the next Fan Fest is before PAX, because I know rumor is, so we already know that there is the other role being released in Evercold is another DPS class. It is a ranged DPS. The rumor mill is that it's called Zephyr, and it's like a character class that's going to have a crossbow and like a bird to fight with and do stuff with. So interested to see that come out. I think it's great to continue to see this game grow, its community evolve, it to add new features in. Strength to strength. And I think, you compare this and WoW being the two MMOs that just kind of survive. And even this, like they did a release yesterday. They did an event yesterday because the release for the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out. Versions coming out for the game. So you can play, and that amazing free trial to talk about is on Nintendo Switch 2. So please, when the game launches this week, if you want to try the game, please don't feel like you need to buy it. On the Nintendo Switch 2 store, you can just go and pick the trial version, pick the free trial version. Lets you play all the way up to level 90. It'll be or level 80 at the moment. It's like 4 expansions worth of content. When Evercold comes out, that's normally the time they put in the next expansion. So that'll go all the way up to Endwalker, which is kind of like the first saga of Final Fantasy XIV is. Realm Reborn all the way through to Endwalker is one kind of continuous saga. So definitely a fantastic time to start playing and getting involved in it and enjoying it. I would be it's curious to see how Final Fantasy plays on Nintendo Switch 2. It already plays really well on PlayStation. It works really well. The control system's built really well for PlayStation.
We got mouse on Switch.
That's the thing. Like, it'd be interesting to see how anything works on the Switch. So, yeah, no, it's a great time for Final Fantasy XIV. My only downside to the game as a whole is I still feel like anytime I go to use its website to pay for my subscription, I am selling my details to the black market. It is
You probably are.
Yeah, it is 100% such a weird system. But no, I'm
Can't
very
go
much
through
enjoying.
Steam or
No, well, you can. I think you can buy the game through Steam. So you can buy the game through Steam, but the Steam version of Final Fantasy is different to. It's a whole weird system where it's like a different version of the game. So once you bought the Steam version, you're locked in on Steam, but you still have to. I don't know how the subscription works that way though. I think you still have to go to the Mog Station to pay for your subscription. I think it's a whole weird thing though. Yeah.
What are you playing as in this one?
I'm currently a bun boy. Currently a bunny boy. I've just got to level 100. The new one of the new classes from Dawn Trail, which is called Viper, which is like a dual wielding swords class. So just leveled 100 that one. I got a black mage to finish up. But it'll be nice. It's nice that I've started now because I reckon within another month I'll be probably up to date with content. In terms, I'll be up to the end of Dawn Trail. So I can then start kind of doing all the extra stuff, the crafting jobs and the gathering jobs, get those to level 100 prior to Evercold. So then when Evercold comes out, I'll be ready to make money. And it'll be good.
Make money.
Make money.
Give me a shout out to myself. We joked at some point about ranking all the video games that are releasing in September and October. I did that article. So if you want to look at the full rest, it's on explosionnet.com. I gave the number 1 position to Marvel's Wolverine, though. Do we all agree?
This is just for August and September?
September, October.
September, October.
What's the? Can you give me the top 5? Give me the top 5
Top
right
5.
now.
So Marvel's Wolverine,
Mhm.
Blood of Dawnwalker,
Mm-hmm.
Control Resonant,
Mm-hmm.
Gears of War E-Day, Phantom Blade Zero.
I would put, for my personal, I would put Blood of Dawnwalker and Control Resonant above Wolverine.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I think the last gameplay reveal for Wolverine has tempered my excitement just a touch for that game.
How about you, Ash? Would you still have Wolverine number 1?
I would probably still have it number 1. That's probably the game I'm most likely to get complete, I think, that list. So, but I can see, everybody's, going to have slightly different tastes and that kind of thing. Like,
Also, actually, circling back just for a second, I will say the only thing that pissed me off immensely about the Final Fantasy Evercold announcement was the release date. Fuck that release date. It's like January 27th, or it's like the end of January, start of February.
It sounds right.
February's fucked, Ashley Hobley. February is so fucked as a month.
It's January 27th.
Yeah,
that's enough time to get it all done before. What was the first thing in February we said last week?
I think it's like Fable, isn't it?
Something like that. I'm going to do a follow-up one. Ranking all the games releasing in February, March.
You should... No. You're skipping some time. You should do November, December.
There's no point. It's just one game.
It's 3. I mean, but also SEO. So...
True.
It sounds like really easy work. Fable's not to the end of February, so I mean that's...
Is it? There's something else in the middle of
Tomb
that.
Raider... No. Yeah, Tomb Raider's on the 12th.
Tomb Raider got delayed. Oh no, the remake one, sorry.
Yeah. God of War is on the 16th. That's probably the earliest. Like I said last week, God of War, Persona Revival, and Fable.
Tony, what are you doing? Put a God of War in a February. Put a God of War in March.
What do you?
Fair point.
I'm getting
Still
excited for
early
this God
days.
of War. I am getting excited for this game. This God of War game.
You know what? That's one game. Look back to Between the Cushions. I keep meaning to go back and finish Ragnarok, and now I have that TV. I'm kind of tempted to go play Ragnarok.
Yeah, why
on
don't you
that
do
TV.
that? That's a good.
Yeah.
That would be a better test of your
Television.
Yes.
Well, I should go buy the PS4 Pro and then do it.
Hmm.
Would that be enough of a jump? Is it enhanced for PS5 Pro?
Yes, I
Ragnarok?
believe so.
Because it was a PS4.
No,
I
it's
still think
PS.
that-
Ragnarok is
Oh, it's
PS5.
PS5. Yeah. No,
No, you're
you're right. Talking about things that got released last week that none of us have played, but this quality critics article up about. So Halo campaign Evolved released last week, sitting at an 89% ranking. So this is the Halo campaign, the original campaign of Halo, no multiplayer, just stripped down to the single player only. However, right here, Australian critics have praised the remake's visual overhaul, faithful recreation of Bungie's classic campaign, and thoughtful additions. Though several reviewers note the absence of traditional multiplayer is its biggest drawback. Kieran, did you have any interest in diving into this as a Halo player?
I've had a thought about it, and I don't think so. And I don't know if it's just because of all things Microsoft lately that I'm just like, nah, wait till Gears comes out. I don't know. It feels a bit weird. I felt very weird when it was coming out on the Friday, and I still had no kind of. Even though I could have just, even though there's no barrier for me to do it, I could just open up Xbox and just go download the game right now on Game Pass. But no, yeah.
The other interesting thing about this one is it's the time that PlayStation players will be able to play Halo, and the only time, because there's not going to be a Halo.
Never again. Never again. Fuck it is.
Never say never.
Wow.
Well, it's no. The next time PlayStation players will play Halo is when Xbox is no longer a hardware developer; it is simply a publisher.
Yeah, which is a possibility.
Which is a fairly near future, I would say.
The only other game I had down to talk about, and I saw you'd played a little bit, Karen. I played a little bit. Tears of Metal. So this was entered into early access recently. It took forever to come out. It was announced many moons ago, I feel. It is.
I think it was a Video Game Awards like 2 years ago.
Possibly. I remember it got a very cool talk. The trailer always stood out. So it's from the developers of Blood Roots, which I played years ago when that came out and liked. However, this is quite different to that. Both have distinct art style, though, and that's what sort of stood out in the announcement trailer and everything. So it's a roguelike combined with Dynasty Warriors is sort of how I would pitch it, I guess. You go through and you take charge of you start the game with one character, you can unlock more that lead your horde or whatever. And you do battle. The goals or objectives don't change too much. It's usually go in, kill all the dudes, maybe every now and then take down some things or whatever. And at the end of you pick the direction after each battle of where you want to go in your next battle. Maybe you want to head on the map towards the caravan with the trader, and you can use your gold to buy stuff. Maybe you want to head down this different path to try and unlock an ally that can join your team. At the end of the map, there's a boss battle, and then you enter Act 2. There's 3 acts in the early access field. And then you go along that way. When you die, you go back to the camp, of which there's only 3 things there currently in early access. One of them is just like a sort of a lore index thing. And then the other one, you can upgrade your main character, like get him to change his weapons, buy new swords and stuff like that, upgrade and do different skill point sort of buying stuff. And then there's an area 2 where you can change up your team, I guess, or whatever. You can also upgrade them. So when you go into battle, you can bring, let's say, I think you start the game with like 5 points, but you can unlock more. It's like you can bring 3 groups of normal soldier dudes and then like 2 archer dudes, or maybe you just want to bring 1 group of soldier dudes, one bunch of archer dudes, or whatever. Like change up how you want to go about it. Combat wise, it's pretty I would say simple-ish. There is a block, there is a heavy and light attack, there is a dodge, but it does feel Dynasty Warriors like, in which there's quite often loads of enemies around, and when you first swing into battle, you can do like a dash heavy attack that does a big sweeping attack motion and knocks a bunch of dudes around. That's pretty cool to see. I think it's fine. I don't know how much legs it's going to hold. I mean, it is the whole early access thing, so it's like, what are we going to add over time? How are we going to change things up? You know, that sort of question, because it is early access. But so far, I'm like, it's fine. I think it looks more intriguing than the gameplay actually is my overall thoughts. What have you thought, Ciaran?
Well, my first thing, and the first thing I thought while I was playing it, and the couple of runs I've done, the OST for this game is fucking awesome. It is like a combination of like bagpipes and like fantasy music combined with metal, and it goes so fucking hard the entire time you're playing it. So that very much is enjoyable. Yeah, I would say the gameplay itself isn't anything amazing just yet, but everything I've heard is the deeper you get into the game, the stronger your characters get, the bigger and better that gets, and the more enjoyable it is. I think the character designs are sick. I think the world design is interesting. I wish there was more, and I think it's always unfair to compare anything to Hades in that kind of life, but I wish there was just more story in it. But maybe that's just because it's
not really a story at all, is it?
No,
like, you're
so
a team of Scottish
warriors that
defeat the bad guys.
defeat the bad guys. So maybe that is because it is just early access, and that stuff will get fitted out and added in once the game fully launches. But I think it's a fantastic game. It's well worth the $30 or whatever it is I paid for it. Like, it's very enjoyable. It's a interesting roguelike. It's definitely a Steam Deck approved game. I think it'd be great on Steam Deck, and it's been great with the I played with the Steam controller, which was fantastic.
Cool. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode.
Whoa,
breaking news.
29th of July came by. Do you know what came out on the 29th of July, Dylan? You should crack a white t-shirt out of your cupboard, because League of Legends Classic launch, baby. Back to your roots. Let's go. Back to the roots.
Okay, yeah.
No, clearly Dylan's got League of Legends blocked on all social media.
It's probably me.
Keywords.
Like any
AI to not mention it.
Steps taken by any appropriate addict.
Yeah.
So from my, I didn't realize that launch, but from my understanding, this is literally just, it takes it back to sort of how it was when I played it, like the core. Yeah. What is the audience for this really though? Is my question.
It's for it's nostalgia. It is for people who loved the original, like how League of Legends. Like, it's got rune pages, it's got the old aesthetic, it's got like all the characters balanced back to how they were balanced back then. Like, it is
gaming boomers.
Yeah.
Me.
It's for you, Dylan. Dylan, it's for you.
Yeah, because I remember seeing screenshots and like because like all that's. Yeah, I mean, this is when I was ripping white t-shirts off, so.
Yeah, no, but it's for you. It's for you, Dylan. It's for anytime you've looked at League and been like, when I were a lad, we never had all these fancy support items. You were by yourself, and you were taught to face the world at its finest and do what you could.
You buy wards. You didn't just get free ones.
You didn't just get extra gold for being near your carry player.
You didn't.
You'd have to make do with the tuppence you got from standing next to him.
Correct.
And the couple creeps you could farm when he'd gone off to reheal at the fountain.
No, incorrect. You would not want to stand too close because you'd be stealing XP off your ADC. So you would want to start further enough so they get the full XP. And then when they got back, that's when you could get some gold for yourself. That was a good support. All right? Don't stand too close. You're stealing XP. All right, fuck off. Get in the bush. Stop stealing my XP. This is why my enemy's over leveling me, because their support's better. They're hiding away. All right.
That's when you ripped your shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. All right, cool. Did you have any thoughts on that, or are you just...
No, I didn't. I haven't played it or anything. I just keep saying it. I keep meaning to bring it up. So there you go.
Yeah, very good. All right. Well,
also, pat on. Sorry. Also, sorry. pat on the back for the Explosion Network. Other than maybe Ashley can let this down because he probably hasn't booked his flights. But we are the most prepared for PAX we have ever been.
I do think that is correct. Currently,
Have you know? I booked my flights ages ago. I might have booked them first. So
how long are you stopping in Sydney for?
not
well
flying
done.
straight over.
Well done. No, I would agree. I have had this thought too, where I was like, wow, all hotels are booked. So I believe everyone's, well, Ciaran doesn't need a flight, but I knew Ash had his. I'd obviously done mine. So I was like, I do think this is, I mean, it's taken us nearly 10 years, but it is the most organized coming into PAX.
I've already said to me, hey, I'll come to your place the Sunday. Monday, you take me to Melbourne, drop me off, pick me back up the following Monday. Thanks, Dar.
Very good. Look how organized you are, Capable Cam. At the stage, I'm like, wow, everyone's sort of ticking their boxes. I just need them to start announcing some stuff so I can start planning other stuff. But yeah, well done, everyone.
I will say, so far, this seems to be, even like the early stuff they've announced, it seems at least to have, like, if this is the early stuff they've announced with Evercold, with Austin Creed being there.
Oh yeah, Austin Creed. I forgot to talk about that.
Austin Creed's coming. Like, I feel like this feels like it's building to be quite a large PAX, which will be good.
Problem is with an event like this, when you go every year, it's like if this year turns into a big one, that you're like, man, this is so good.
You know, next year's gonna suck.
Well, it's not gonna suck.
But
you just can't keep the momentum. I don't think so.
I mean, the interesting thing is that all the video games will be out by then.
You know what? Yeah, except for maybe Control. Control is
that is. I just had the dates.
I thought Control was October.
It is October.
I thought it's like October 14th or something.
Yeah, it might be just after then. Why doesn't
September 24th?
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
E-Day is October 6th, so that is of the week. So, the week before.
So we bring a TV and an Xbox to the hotel, and Dylan and
last year,
E-Day.
you and I played a lot of Hades.
We played Hades, so much Hades on the Steam Deck. Yeah,
I'd be laying on the bed, you'd be sitting wherever you were sitting.
Yeah,
and just like in silence until every now and then one of us sometimes would go,
"Fuck,
this fucking bullshit." Fucking. Be like, where'd you get up to? Oh, I just got up to that fucker. You know.
Yeah,
because that was early Hades 2.
That was early launch. Yeah,
early launch sort of thing. I think. Yeah. Okay, that'll do it for this week's episode of okay, shut the fuck up. Let us know any comments, questions, concerns about anything we discussed this week on the show. Send us something to discuss next week by heading to explosionnetwork.com/follow. We can find all of our social links. If you'd like to support the show and the podcast, you can do that. Head on over to the show or the website would be the proper wording there. Head on over to explosionnetwork.com/support. We'll see you here next week, same time, same couch. Goodbye.